hear me? That's the question. Yes, you do. I'm Lansworth, and I'm the storyteller. And today I want to talk about the question that maybe you've asked yourself at some point. If I follow Jesus, will things go well for me? Now you guys know, you've heard me talking in the stories, at least some of you have, that Paul was a pretty bad guy at one point. But when he was blinded by a light, Jesus spoke to him and he decided that he believed in Jesus. And he started to tell everyone about Jesus. Now that's good, right? That's right. And you would think that nothing bad would ever happen to him again. Right? Well, I don't know.
Whoa, dude, that is totally not true.
Who are you?
The name's Silas, one of Paul's besties. Tell him, Paul. I'm Paul. We do a lot of traveling together. All over the Roman world telling people about Jesus.
Thanks for coming.
Now, weren't you just saying something about how when Paul started following Jesus, nothing bad happened to him?
Well, I mean, you'd think so. That makes sense. If you follow Jesus, then everything's going to go great for you.
Sure. If you think being thrown into prison is good. Tell him, Paul.
Those rods.
We were in Macedonia, telling people about Jesus like we do. But some of the people didn't really like what we were saying. So they had us beaten with rods and thrown into prison. Rods hurt.
I'm sorry about that. But are you sure that you're doing what God wanted you to do?
Well, of course. Paul had a vision. Tell him, Paul.
I had a vision.
Yeah, God said that we should go to Macedonia to tell people about Jesus. So we did what God wanted, and what do we get? Locked in jail with our feet chained together.
Oh my, that is awful. You know, I've heard that story before. In fact, it's recorded in the book of Acts. And it's just like Silas said. They went to Macedonia like God wanted, but they got thrown into prison. Now, if I were Paul and Silas, I might have been thinking, we've done everything that we were supposed to do. Why would God let this happen? But that's not at all what they were thinking as they sat there in that dark cell, their feet chained together. No, instead, they were singing.
Nobody knows the sorrow I see.
That's not what they were singing.
And the players gotta play.
And they definitely weren't singing that either. No, it seemed like they couldn't, even though things got worse, Paul and Silas just kept on praying and singing to God.
Our God is greater. Our God is
And they
stronger.
weren't just singing to themselves. Oh no, they were singing to all the prisoners that were there so that they could hear. And they kept on singing. Instead, all of a sudden,
whoa, what's happening?
an earthquake.
Oh, and this not get any worse.
No, it was good, not worse, because the earth shook and opened all the cell doors and made everybody's chain come loose.
Dude, we're free.
But they didn't leave their cell. Oh no, no one did. And the jailer was grateful to Silas and to Paul for not running away, and he was so amazed by everything that had happened that he took them to his home so that they could speak to his family about the good news of Jesus. And that night, everyone in the jailer's family became believers in God.
Whoa. You know what that means? Tell him, Paul. It means God had a plan for all of us all along. That's what I was going to say.
Thank you, Paul and Silas. So God had a plan all along. If Paul and Silas had anything to say about it, they may have chosen to skip getting beaten up and then chained in that dark, gross cell. But God was doing something big through the two of them, bigger than they could even see. You know, sometimes following Jesus is really fun, and everything seems to be going just the way you want. And then other times, everything seems to be going wrong. But God sees the bigger picture. He knows what he wants to do through you. All you have to do is believe in him and walk in his way.